I'm a hippo.
Broadcast Hippo. Digital media.
Come on!
I'm a hippo.
Broadcast Hippo. Digital media. What is up, everybody? This show is powered by cannabis. Oh, man. Some cannabis right now in the morning. What about a cannabis donut? That sounds good.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Kill two birds with one stone.
Right? One
Man,
stone.
I'm so hungry. I'm like,
Kill two birds with one stone. Yes, cannabis. It's a Teebs.Adrian or Teebs.Green. Teebs of Adrian is the place to go get your cannabis on. It's where anyone that does cannabis that I know, that's where they get it all from. They're not getting it. The dealer. I saw this one girl I know. I saw her dealer on the side of the road at Secor in Sylvania saying we'll work for gummies because no one's buying from them anymore. And it's sad. It's really sad that the cousins and the shady people that are selling it before no longer.
These small businesses are the backbone of our community, Andrew.
I don't know if he's paying taxes though. So maybe it's better that they go to a Teebs.Green, which is a local company right in Adrian that is paying their taxes and paying employees and stuff. Like I don't think that the guy that's selling you weed on the side is got
filling out a 1099.
Right. So anyway, Teebs, go support them. They're good people over there. We love them. We think you will too. All right. All right. My computer's not working, so we'll just jump right into it. I'm Andrew Z. We got
When is it ever?
Demas and whatever. We got Gina and Tifel, and look at Donna P in the house.
Good morning.
I have my heat is out. Good morning, Angela. My heat is out in the house the last 2 days, and it's one of those things where it's not really a priority because it's not 30 degrees. But it's just cold enough to be chilly.
Yeah.
So it's our second morning, and like I said, we haven't worried about it. Like we have to call somebody out immediately. But I mean, it's 59 degrees in the house. That's
Do you have any little space heaters? I have a couple electric space heaters. If you want me to bring one over or two.
I think I'm good. I think I'm okay. You know, we're gonna get it looked at probably today. Just been really busy and haven't had a chance to get it done. But I guess it's just more of an annoyance.
Andrew, do you have my nephew's number?
I don't remember.
I'll text it to you. He's an HVAC guy.
Oh, that would be great. That would be
This
wonderful.
is where, as a fat man, you're supposed to reign supreme.
I
Nice
know.
and cooling house. Everyone's freezing under the blankets. You just walk around in shorts and a t-shirt.
I have a weird.
Isn't that just like white people in general? I mean, I did get caught once, and I will say it was cold, and that was because I believed the weatherman. And then, of course,
I did nail you.
There was always some. There's always when a person of color steps outside his cultural boundaries, and maybe puts on shorts in 50-degree weather and like some ankle socks, then there's always some white person with a camera trying to Candace Owens me. Like see, they do think like this. This is awesome.
We just don't have a whole lot of adversity in our lives, so we have to add a little bit more by being slightly colder than everyone else.
And I've seen How to Train Your Dragon. You guys wear shorts everywhere.
It's funny because at my house, I am I will open the window in a little bit in the winter time and have a fan on me, and Dubs is so opposite of me. And so it's kind of a good thing that he works nights because that way he can crank the heat up and be like gross hot. I can't. That's the worst sleeping ever. That hot. Ugh.
He likes to be hot when he sleeps.
Yeah, I mean, so
you need to kick him out of the house now. He is not an American.
I think relatively speaking, though, I don't know that it's necessarily hot. Like it is for me. Like I will when he's sleeping, I'll go up there and I'll be like, holy crap, it is like I can't breathe. But I don't know if it's just because I like it like kind of cold when I sleep. Like I don't know if it's relative. Like I'm not sure if you would think it was hot.
You have a fan on you?
Yes,
you have a fan on you? Because if it's hot with a fan, it's like that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I put a fan on me and I open the window a little bit, or like I went out and bought an AC at the beginning of April, I think, because ours was getting kind of crappy. And so I got one of those portable ones. So, and I was running that in like the beginning of April, and he would just come in and just be like, "What are you doing?" and shut off the AC.
That's a good talking point right there. Is like cracking open your window and then like falling asleep it's a risk, especially in spring in Ohio. That's like you're rolling the dice on that one. You might wake up with pneumonia or something.
There are times. I remember one time it was one of those freaky warm days, and then it was going to drop like 20 degrees the next day, and we had the windows open and forgot to close them. Oh shit!
You got to kick the penguins off the bottom of your bed, like get out of here.
I know. You're right.
Yeah, I don't know. I like it. I love it really cold. I need like sheets on me. You know, I need to have sheets. I can't. I'm not one of those people who can just sleep on the top of something without being covered. I mean, I think maybe it's like a layer of protection. It started when I was young, when I saw my first vampire movie and I slept with a Bible next to my bed and a glass of water that I blessed myself. But I would cover myself up. And I felt like that was a layer of protection. Like vampires and werewolves can't get you if you got a sheet over you. They're like, oh, we're going to eat this cat. Oh, where'd he go?
Actually true.
Where'd he go?
I remember when I was a kid.
You have to have a minimum 12 thread count. They can't get through it.
When I was a kid,
12. Sorry.
12 thread count. I remember when I was a kid, I couldn't let any body part hang over the bed because I'm
37 and I still can't.
I'm old too, and I do let my feet hang. I cannot sleep with my feet have to be off. Like I cannot have my feet on the bed. But
are you sure you're human?
Yeah,
I know. You know what that is? That's criminal right there. That is always in the ready to take a run somewhere. Like you don't know when the cops are gonna kick in the door, so you got to have a foot on the floor. And
I wonder if it is.
She's got her car keys in her hand.
Back in the day, because that would have been real back in the day. Anyway, so I keep my feet hanging off the bed, but they have to be covered. So like,
so weird.
I can't. I know.
That's weird because
and I can't sleep with socks on because then I can't breathe.
Go ahead, Donnie.
I don't want anything hanging off the bed because I'm just afraid like it's gonna like get filled up with
touch the floor
blood and be all like swollen when I wake up and like hurting. I don't know if that's an old thing or what, but I'm like I'm afraid of circulation. That's why I don't want something hanging off the bed.
I'm with you. Like my feet it would just be weird. I couldn't.
It would hurt.
I can't have a footboard because if I can't have the footboard. If I have a footboard on a bed, then I end up like sleeping sideways, so my feet hang off the other side. I don't do it on purpose. It's just how I sleep.
I like Georgia.
Footboard. Now you're just talking fancy.
I know.
Whoa.
I mean, I really can't afford a footboard anyway. That's just my justification.
That's what I'm going to start telling people. Yeah, right? It just looks like you've been in college for like 40 years. One day I'm going to buy me a headboard and I'm going to make this place look legit.
I love Georgia's got her thing. She says she can't have the blankets tucked in because the boogeyman will get her if her feet hang off the bed. See, I know.
I'm living proof the boogeyman will not get you. The boogeyman's not worried about your feet hanging off the bed.
Yeah.
But you're only one person. You don't know. It just
I mean, but look at me. If the boogeyman wanted to eat, I'm a good option.
Yeah, but he can't. It's not dine-in.
Yeah.
You know,
there's only so much
I
time.
assume the boogeyman is all of his food is to go.
I don't know. Like I said, the weirdest thing is probably the feet hanging off the bed. But Colleen and her entire family, it's gross. They go to bed in the same clothes they wore all day. I don't even understand. Like all of them.
I'll do that.
Colleen does that. Her kids do that.
No.
Wake up the next
fall
morning
asleep in their clothes, in the jeans.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Well, I think it's the level
that.
of comfort of the clothes you're wearing too, though. No. Like they're probably in some comfy clothes. Maybe
no jeans, sweaters. It doesn't matter. Hoodies.
I won't do that.
See, you know what? there
That's
used to be a time.
Weirdest
There
thing.
Did their
used
house
to,
burn down?
What's
like-
that?
Did their house burn down at one time and they caught out?
That's actually funny. I've never heard that. That's
Like-
amazing.
there used to be a time back in the olden days
Uh-huh.
when it was cute to see your kids fall asleep in the clothes that they had on all day. That meant that they'd been out in the fields and they'd been rowing and they'd been shucking corn and running from
So
Native
tired.
Americans and tired. And, they saw a friend catch scarlet fever and they ran home. And then you look in their loft bedroom that you built with trees from what was surrounding your home. And you would go, look at the children, Ma. They've been out in the fields working and they're so tired. Maybe tomorrow
Prairie real fast.
we'll give them their monthly bath and
We'll let them
go
sleep in
and-
until 4:15.
Yeah, right.
right.
But nowadays, those kids got no excuse not to put on pajamas.
No.
You're not out plowing fields.
My kids have an argument with Ashley at least twice a week that the clothes they have on can double as pajamas because they don't want to change their clothes. They'll be like, no, I'm going to sleep in this. This is basically pajamas. So they have arguments, and sometimes they win and sometimes they don't, but it's not like something they do on purpose, which is awesome. I think it's hilarious.
It's weird because the first thing I do is take my clothes off when I get home. I want just shorts and a t-shirt. I don't want.
And what is the exact time that you get home, Andrew? The people need to know so they can schedule appointments accordingly.
I don't
You know what?
10
Like,
o'clock.
Now that
are you getting home at 10?
Yeah, 10 o'clock.
So all right, so it's anytime before 10 you're closed.
So
Well,
now that
as soon as I walk in, but go ahead, Donnie.
Now that I think about it, technically, if I get home from work or something, when I change into basically pajamas, even if it's 6:30 or 7, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna wear that to sleep.
Yeah.
But it's only an hour and a half that I had it on, I guess.
You know what? Sweatpants have replaced the pipe for men when they get home. You know that their wife used to give them in the 50s. They come home, they're like, give me my pipe, babe. Now it's oh, honey, I need my sweatpants.
you know that my ex's my ex's parents and grandparents, and my mom too. Now that I think about it, is they wake up, first thing they do is get ready. I'll sit around if I don't have to go anywhere, I'll sit around in shorts and a t-shirt all day until it's time to go, and then I'll get ready. They
Well,
get
they're
ready.
old.
They get ready before they do anything
Yeah.
else today.
Yeah.
Actually,
I do
the
that
kids
too.
do that, but I'm not like that at all.
Yeah.
See, I think when people start getting older and then at any point they could just drop dead, you want to be found in something nice. You know, you want to have pearls on and a blouse. You want to have slacks on and people the paramedics walk in, they're like, wow, she's gone, but she's beautiful.
I like getting up and
That's a
getting
good way to
ready.
go.
Well, go ahead, Tifo.
So I want to be a burden. And I want to go in such a way that it causes a burden to as many people as possible to clean up the mess.
No one here is surprised by that
You'll
statement.
probably
Yeah.
poop everywhere.
Yeah, you know what? How about you
That's
just
just
write
normal.
a note, a very complicated, in-depth note that all of us will be mad about reading.
Yes. So you
Well, I feel like I'm going to know when I'm going to die and committing suicide here.
Yeah,
I know.
I'll be
just have it ready.
Yeah.
If I
Tiefels will.
I'll be sure to give you an honorable mention.
Tiefels will.
Hey, wait,
would
I have,
be
I have an
first-
idea.
go ahead.
Let's all give each other something in our will, right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I give away my crippling depression?
Yeah,
What?
but let's not.
I'll take it.
Permanent what?
His crippling depression.
I said I'll take it.
Donnie will take it and turn it into a positive because
Yes.
that's what Donnie does.
Yeah.
If,
Okay.
if anyone was going to take on crippling depression, it would be Donnie because his happiness, it would balance him out and he'd just be normal.
Yeah, crippling depression would turn into a person and jump out of his body and go, dude, I can't take it. I can't. You got me looking forward to Cedar Point. This is bullshit.
Tomorrow, brother.
This will tell you how good of a salesman Donnie is. I went to Taylor Kia this weekend just to see on there, and we couldn't make the numbers work. But he's so positive and everything. He makes you feel like it's gonna happen. He fills
You
you
were
with
so close.
And we were so close. And he comes in, and then he's just so disappointed with you that they couldn't make the numbers work. And he makes it like you want to be mad at the salesman that couldn't bring you the deal that you
I don't
wanted.
want to let you down.
But he makes it where like you're apologizing to him.
Yeah, you're consoling him. I know. It's
true.
I'm really,
Like-
I'm really, really sorry that I walked in here with such a shitty credit score. I don't know what I was thinking, Donald.
Sorry.
I'm gonna walk in. Before I come in and see you again, the first thing I do is I'm gonna check my credit score and I'm gonna check my bank. And I'm not gonna waste your time again, sir. I am so sorry.
Chris's credit is like 2 steps away from rocking, ladies. He is right there. It's more of like his old loan is like. So that's old stuff.
The old stuff.
That's just.
I took my daughter to see Donnie, and she has to pay an astronomical rate for full coverage insurance. So her car payment budget's very low. So he tried so hard to make it work for her. Like this dude for real tried every route to make it work. And he's so honest, instead of trying to force her into or talk her into something she couldn't afford. He said, you'll do better somewhere else. And so that's why I love Donnie. That's why every single person that says I need a new car, I send them to Donnie because I trust him. Yeah. And I trust, he's not going to shove somebody in something if it doesn't work for them.
And like literally, Donnie has the ability to make anything look like it has the potential of being a rock star. Like, did you not see just what he did with Chris? Like he described Chris like he was a fresh tech startup. He was like, dude, this guy is like 2 steps away from being big.
Dude,
2 steps, ladies.
Hey, ladies, you better get it now.
Get in on the ground floor. You want to be the original investor in this.
Donnie should do Tiefl's dating profiles.
I know. She explained Tiefl like Doja Coin. It's like, all right, you better get in now. You know what's going to happen.
Right?
Yep. It's 3 cents now, ladies. But I'm telling you, next month, $2.50. That's what's going to happen. Yep. And then you're going to be mad when you see some other lady walking around with your Dogecoin that just shaved.
Right. Tiefl to the moon, baby.
Moon. That's what we need. We need that positivity for Tiefl because he gets so negative and angry and mean. So
Eeyore.
I'm actually never really that angry.
But you're like Eeyore if Eeyore insulted people. Like he was like, okay, Pooh, you fat pantsless bitch. And then you're like, wow, Eeyore, where'd that come from? How about you just walk home? How about that?
Crippling depression.
All right, Piglet, Mister, I'm 65 years old, but never grew up. Oh.
I open my heart. I talk about crippling depression, and all you guys do is make fun of it. I see how it is.
We're trying to make you laugh.
I mean, we spent most of the time building you up. I mean, you got to take the whole segment in, brother.
You can't just take out pieces and then get mad at it.
You got to look at the whole. 95% of that pie was delicious.
Move your head back over so you have the cross on while we're talking about how great you are. There you go.
Yeah, right.
That's
now
perfect.
You just look
right
like
there.
a professional golfer.
You talk about how wonderful Tiefl is with a big cross on his face.
Ladies, get it.
He looks like Tiger Woods from the forehead up.
What?
Got a big forehead. You could land a plane on that thing.
It's just super pale because it's been covered up by a hat, and he's been out on the golf course. It's just, like you're like, wow. The cops saw that, they'd never pull you over, Tiger. Just show me your forehead. That is crazy white.
What else going on? Anyone else got anything?
I'm leaving tomorrow morning.
Going where?
On a jet plane?
We're going in a giant van bus going to Florida.
Where'd you get the van bus?
Awesome.
I rented it.
Oh. Was it one of those 15 passenger?
Yeah,
vans?
well, it's a 12 to 15 passenger. We have 9 people. We have 9 people going. We were going to fly, but after I priced 9 people, I was like, yeah, no, not happening. We're going to drive. But it would
half of us are flying, half of us are driving.
It would be my luck that
which one are your favorites?
That can be true.
It would be my luck, though, that I am driving to Florida in the middle of a gas shortage through all the states that have declared emergencies. That's fun. I'm excited.
You know what's really horrible about that is the fact that the only reason there's a gas shortage now is because people toilet papered it.
Toilet paper, yes.
Yeah, I
yes,
was gonna say I
same
don't
thing.
believe it.
Same thing.
Like
There
they all
isn't
went
really a
out.
gas shortage, but people are saying there is, so they're going and filling up like these giant 56-gallon tubs full of gas and creating a gas shortage. It's so
Like my
stupid.
question, I always wonder, like, who's the first guy? Like, who's the first guy out the door with tons of like gas cans, or like comes home with a ton of toilet paper, and then the neighborhood is like, look at what Dave's doing.
Yeah.
I wonder
We need
if
to
there
get
was
toilet
a
paper.
reason for the first guy. Like maybe the first guy has a giant tractor he needed to fill up with gas, and that's why he was going to get the gas.
And everyone's like, "Uh-oh, Dave knows something."
Yep, and they
Yeah.
took
Dave's-
pictures and posted
Dave's
it on
prepping
social
again.
media. But really, Dave was just going because he really needed the 56 gallons of gas for something.
Yeah.
And now there's a gas shortage because somebody posted it on social media.
Yeah, he was like, I bought all that toilet paper because I was gonna make paper mache stuff.
Dude, we don't recommend doing that. Make
I
sure
got
they're in
a-
proper containers.
I got a neighbor with a ton of trees that I hate.
God, look at you know what? Honestly, I haven't even. How long has this been going on? Look at the dude's filling up the water thing.
Yes.
Enough money for that though.
See,
Like,
and
that's
this is that's just crazy. Shame on you.
What?
Mikas. Oh, Mikas. Rest in peace, Mikas.
What is going on? So how long? I really have not been
A couple
following.
of days, like a week. This the Colonial pipeline has been shut down due to a cyber attack, and so I think that runs from Texas all the way up to New Jersey, and I think it's like 5,500 miles long. So
Guys.
a Russian gang shut down this pipeline with ransomware, and they're like, pay us money and vodka, and we will let you have gas again. and so the guy in Texas was like, y'all, this is crazy. I can't believe they just shut down all our computers from Russia. And then
I got a
the
real
Russians-
nasty email.
Yeah, this guy says he's got a video of me masturbating, and then that if I don't pay him in Bitcoin, he ain't gonna let my pipeline run. And so they went back to Russia, and Russia was like, we do not see company or gang, we do not know of these, but they may be Russian. And then it went all the way up to New Jersey, and they were like, man, I'm gonna tell, I'll shoot him in the face. And now.
Wait, what?
Because
I
that's
will
what
tell
Jersey
you.
people do. They shoot you in the face when they get frustrated.
That's
Bang,
true.
bang.
That's very
I
true.
just-
Go ahead, Donnie.
I just think, first we had cancel culture. Now we have shortage culture. All right, you guys. Because I was on the treadmill last week,
Right.
and I saw something on the news like, oh, pipeline, blah, blah, blah. And, nobody freaked out. So then, like, a couple days later, like, hey, you guys, by the way, the pipeline thing, guys, pipeline. And then say, like, you guys are not getting it. Pipeline. Just go buy a bunch of gas. We need to sell a bunch of gas. Like, I'm telling you, it's like we're going to have a shortage of shortages. I just can't take it anymore. Is anyone else numb to shortages?
Yes,
I have a shortage. I
Pickles,
have a
garden
shortage.
gnomes, houses, cars.
I'm gonna give you another one. So we serve fried pickle spears at Jed's at Fallen Timbers, and I was out of a fried pick. I was out of pickle spears.
Oh, that's why I didn't get my fried pickle spears yesterday. I didn't even notice till just now.
So I call one of the other.
Did
Jed's.
you need it?
I mean, obviously not.
Obviously, you're like, that's why.
Pickles.
I was wondering, something was gnawing at me all day yesterday. There was a spot in my soul shaped like a fried pickle spear that I just could not put my finger on.
Have you ever had Jed's fried pickles?
And-
Made-
Man,
They're
I'm
really
sure-
good.
yeah,
they're really good.
they're delicious.
Well,
But
I call another Jed's, and I'm like, hey, I need to borrow some fried pickle spears so I can get some of the truck. They're like, no, there's a fried pickle spear shortage.
Well,
Like,
damn.
I'm like, what? They're like, yep, there's a fried pickle spear shortage. So
God.
then I can't get them from the other Jeds, and then I call my food guy. He's like, I can't get fried pickle spears right now. There's a shortage.
did you go,
What?
hey buddy, can you get me some pre-pickles from Kroger's? They're called cucumbers. How about that? We can make our own fried pickle spears. I didn't read anything about a cucumber shortage.
Let's Google it. What else is there a shortage of? Let me see.
Yes, it's crazy.
Energy. I have a energy shortage. If I don't know what's going on, but it just keeps running out, and I can't find any. If anybody can fix that.
I think what you
Wait,
need to-
there's a coleslaw shortage. Really? Because I drove by a whole field of cabbage.
You guys, I have found a list of 17 things.
Oh, let's
All right, let's hear them.
All right, you want to hear this?
A chicken
And-
wing
All right, let me
shortage,
get to the
Eugenia.
list.
What?
Yes, there is.
Oh yeah, I heard about this one. Chlorine. Have you guys heard this?
Yes, I did know the chlorine shortage because everybody ran out and got pools last spring.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah, and I have like one of those tiny bubble pools, so I only need like 4 gallons for the whole summer, so I think I'm okay on that one. All right. Gasoline. All right, we
I'm
already
making
talked
my
about that
shopping
one.
list while you read the list.
Yeah, well, I got to run out and get. What do I have to run out and get? Donnie, chlorine. I don't even have a pool.
Chlorine, rental cars. So hurry up and rent your car now. If you
Oh,
need to
I
rent
got
one.
that covered. Okay.
I did hear about the rental car shortage, which is weird.
Yeah.
Chicken
What, Tifa?
wings.
What'd you say,
I
Tifo?
can't even.
I was saying, are people just not returning the rental cars?
No,
Well,
it seems like during COVID when Hertz and Enterprise were going through this pandemic, they sold most of their fleet vehicles, and they didn't think that we were ever going to come out of it. So why keep them? We should just sell them.
And then they're like, oh shit, there was people
Yeah.
coming out of the house again.
Yeah.
well, that's part of the
from
car
accounting
shortage.
Chuck from accounting was like, hey, we're a rental car company. We can't get rid of our rental cars. And they were like, shut up, Chuck. And
Yeah.
now Chuck is like, hey, bitches.
Well, that's part of the car shortage because they sell their cars after they use them, and then they sell a ton of cars when they're done with them at like once they hit like 40,000 miles. But then they couldn't buy new cars because of the chip thing. So then they're stuck with the cars that they have. They can't replace them, so they have to hold the cars they have. So they're not selling cars, which is why there's half as many used cars, and then they can't buy new cars. So that's part of the chip thing.
There's one place I would never.
There's a lumber shortage.
A
I was
lumber
saying, it's kind
shortage?
of like, it's because the lumber industry ramped down production to almost zero during the pandemic in anticipation of a housing dip that never actually happened.
Yeah.
Like they were expecting because of the pandemic and everything that at some point we were just going to have this huge dip in housing where no new homes were going to be being built or anything like that, and they didn't want to be stuck with a surplus of lumber.
So a friend of mine was having their house built like pre-pandemic, and the building had started, and then the lumber shortage happened. So the cost of this house that they're in the middle of building has jumped like
Probably
way
tripled.
outside of their budget, but they have to get it done because they already sold their other house.
Yeah.
And so
That's when you start crossing off rooms in the plan. You're like, okay, all right, honey, I don't think we need a master bathroom. How about the kids can all share a room?
Yeah, they don't each need a room. What are we living in here?
And do we need 2 parts of a sink? Can't you just wash and rinse in the same piece? So
Right?
we could do that. A hose in the back for a shower. That'd be great. Oh, okay, I have knocked $300,000 off this house. It is now a shed with a garage door. It is.
That's another thing. Shortage of houses to buy. That's another shortage.
Yeah, it's on the list.
Yeah.
This one I have a hard time saying out loud because it's just so painful. But bacon and hot dogs. That's I
Bacon?
refuse to believe.
What?
Bacon and hot dogs.
No, I'm gonna listen. I don't do the.
I'm buying every piece of bacon right now.
Yes, no, Tifa, we will be. You're gonna see me and Tifa fighting in an aisle over some bacon because I'll have to. I'm about to go out shopping today and get load up on bacon now and cause the actual shortage.
Hey, Dad, I'm listening right now. Go to Bash's, buy all the bacon. Do it now. You'll thank me later.
So maybe that's how it starts. The shortage start by one guy that's super passionate about the rumor of the thing that is being there's a shortage of. So he just goes crazy, and everyone's like, "Oh God, that dude! Look how crazy that dude looks." There's got to be something to this, and we're going to do the same thing. So even the dude that they got the first 50 gallons of gas, he loves gas. He's like, "Oh my God, I've got 10 cars just sitting in my lawn, and I love gas." So, so Gene and Tiefel are running to the store to get bacon. They're like, what do these guys know? We need
You
to
see
know.
a couple fat people
Right.
running to the store for bacon, you start questioning things.
Right.
First of
It's
all,
bacon
let's
day.
do this when we say run, and we're talking about Tiefel and I. We got to do this.
Walking urgently.
Quickly walk.
You know,
Waddle.
Gina, here's what you have to do. Here's what you have to do, Gina. You have to, because you're going to Florida. You have 9 people going. You need to line up all 8 of them, and with envelopes. And some of them have plane tickets, and some of the envelopes are empty. And you realize
We do it on the show.
who's flying, who do you like best, and who you don't. And they open their envelope, they're like, and then they go get. They go take their,
That'll be so hard because I tell them all they're my favorites.
I know.
Like, all of them.
Yeah,
So
you're lying.
Which would be awesome because they would all think it was some kind of clerical error. Like they would go, this can't be right. I've been favorite. I've had this position for a month and a half now. This is we need to go to HR.
Sorry, kids, I had to stock up on bacon, so I could only afford to take half of you.
Yeah.
Open your envelope to see which half can go.
They get their sad bag and they get in the they go back upstairs instead of going to the van.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, but those who didn't make it all get gift cards. Okay, you're all getting Amazon gift cards. You can buy
Here's a
some
pound of
bee
bacon
butts.
and a gallon of gas.
Yep.
What else is a shortage of, Donnie?
All right. Well, oxygen is one, but like you would think, oh well, open a window, but it's hard to make fun of because the
That's medical oxygen.
COVID-19
Well,
stuff.
well, I mean,
That one's
well,
hard to make fun of.
Well, they have those machines that I see them selling on the infomercials for the seniors to carry around that make the
Condense
oxygen
it.
from the air. Like
They
suck
make
in the
oxygen
air.
from the air.
Yeah. Well, no, it's like it's the medical
Condense it or something.
whatnot, they get the mask, so like sucks in the air, purifies it, whatever, and sends it through the mask.
Concentrates it.
Stronger. Yeah, that's the word.
You
Shipping
mean a fan?
containers.
What is it?
Shipping containers, like the big ones that go on boats.
It's because we're
That's
we're
not
running
that
out of
fun.
houses, so people are using shipping containers to make the shipping container
Right, you can make-
houses.
Tiny
I've
house
seen
living. You can make a nice one.
Yeah.
Well, and I've seen people stack them. They make like a 3
Like a multi-level shipping
Yes.
container house.
Real billionaire engineering there.
George, I swear.
Oh,
I've
wait.
seen it on the internet.
Here's
What
one
you
that
mean
says
your mobile home got 3 stories?
there's a blood shortage,
What?
and it says
I got a
mostly
blood
because people are getting back outside, scraping their knees, stuff like that. So they're losing a lot of blood. No, I'm just kidding.
What? Dude, I was
But
so,
there is a blood shortage.
You look so serious. I was like, wait, what? Like, I believed you for a second.
Kind of weird doctor you going to.
There's a plasma shortage too because everybody is, I don't want. I hate blaming unemployment for things, but people are getting the extra unemployment, so there's less of a need to donate plasma. To get that extra money, you could get a lot of money donating plasma. Did you know that it's like $400 a month, dude?
Georgia says she gets.
They're offering big bonuses now too.
Georgia
I don't know
says
if I believe you. You have to ask Joe Biden.
look at Georgia. She makes $670 a month.
So
Just in
my
plasma.
My brother-in-law works at Jeep. My sister works at BioFit and makes really good money. And both of them donate plasma every month because it pays their car payments.
Dude, think about this. If you have 2 people in your house, a husband and wife, or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, $1,300 extra. That's
Well, and even
need
when
my
it was
plasma,
lower,
though.
it was $800 extra. And it was like I said, it pays my sister and my brother-in-law's car payments every month. So
Ask them how long they have to spend in there.
they
This
spend
is
2
some-
hours. It's 2 hours a week, D. They
This is-
nailed down
Yeah.
2 hours a week.
It's
They make
two-
like
2
$50 an hour.
So, but you can. How many times a week can you go? Once,
Twice.
twice. So it's an hour long. Man, we used to do this in college for beer money. This is a young kid's game. You don't stop. Like
I need my
stop.
plasma, man.
Like
I mean,
like,
why
we-
stop if it's paying their car payment? Why would they stop? They have
I
all
don't
the
know.
money.
I have not been into a plasma center that has been, I would say, pleasant to be in.
Look at this. Look at Chrissy's comment. Yes, I'm a teacher and I make more money with plasma.
See, that's horrible.
I mean, it
Man,
is horrible. That's a whole different.
this is a whole different. This is a whole different subject right here. Like that is a sentence you should never read anywhere, and
Right.
and that is
Right.
and shame on the system that allows that to happen. But I guess
But
selling
anyways,
plasma
donate
is
plasma.
it's not really donating. You're
Maybe
not
she
really
meant more per
donating.
hour.
Tell it.
The way they distinct it, because you can't technically pay for organs or people's bodily fluids or stuff, is the way that they're paying you for your time. You're donating the plasma, they're paying you for the time it takes. It's the distinction. It's like the distinction with prostitution versus porn.
Real quick, back to the teachers. I just think that
That's not a good thing. Okay.
if we don't rethink what we're paying teachers after this pandemic and having to teach these kids,
They didn't even have to leave their house.
I have had two parent teacher conferences, and I am shocked that these teachers don't smell like his homeschool teacher, which is whiskey. I am stunned, and
Like
there is no. I give them so much credit for not having like drug and alcohol problems.
No,
because
I
got one.
I would understand it. If I went to parent teacher conference and I just smelled alcohol, I'd be like, I get it.
Yeah. Like I leaned in real close and I was like, why aren't you drunk?
What is wrong with you?
You just got to check the bottom drawer of their desk. Anything
any other one before we go down? We gotta take a break.
Yeah, that was a long one. Just the usual stuff: homes, cars, lumber, aluminum cans, pickle jars, boats. Which
jars.
That's why there's no fried pickles, because there's no jars to put
There's
them
just a
in.
guy standing in front of a pile of pickles, going like this.
They're meaning the mason jars that you can your fruits and vegetables and stuff in, because during the pandemic everybody was like, I'm going to start canning, and so they're meaning those mason jar things. And what's even harder than the jars right now is the lids.
Here, I'm going to fix this for you though.
The jars, you can't reuse the lids.
Put the pickles in a bag and send them out.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I'll tell you what. Those convenience stores been getting it right all this time.
Yep.
It is pickle juice in a bag. I don't need no jar. You put it in bag, and I put it on shelf.
Yeah, you don't. There's
Where's the Russian corner store that you're going to? D?
It is called Don't Give Me Crap. That is, come in here, buy your stuff, buy your pickle in bag, and get out.
Buy your pickle.
Get to the chopper.
That's the name of the store. Buy your pickle in bag and get out.
Get out.
Yes. The name of the store.
We don't do gas shortage here. No, we don't. Maybe a tank just appear in parking lot from somewhere.
Let me see that, George. I want to see that. Look at this. Look at these. They're taking these shipping containers. Look at that thing. Look at that.
What are they doing with them? Oh, they're making the house.
Yeah, look at those.
Horrible. Look, that's still rich people living.
I was saying you could buy that for $600,000.
Go back. That's the poor person right there. They had enough money for gray paint.
I know.
That looks good.
Like, look at that.
One.
That one's beautiful.
Yeah. Nobody's driving to that in a Yugo. Man, we barely pulled that house together. Woo-wee.
All right, my favorite shortage. Georgia has a shortage of giving fucks.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes. My fucks are also $2,500 per container, Georgia. How much it costs for me to care.
Whole container. All right, this portion of the show brought to you by Teebs of Adrian. Teebs.green. There's no shortage there. They have all the cannabis and all the happy you need to take care of things. Even Tifa would go in and partake and be a little happier. And I know that's hard to believe, but
I think he should.
I think you should too, Tifa. You're so intense.
Yeah.
I mean,
can we get you on CBD therapy?
Last night he had a dream he was 2 wigwams, and his doctor said, "Well, you're just 2 tents."
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh my god! Shop recreational and medicinal.
So done.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy how much Demetrius makes Gina laugh. I love it. It's so fun.
He does make me laugh.
All right.
He takes
Also-
me out at least once per show. Like at least one time I end up crying over D. It's stupid. Oh wait. Demetrius, to clarify.
Yeah, don't cry over D. Don't cry over D, Argentina.
I can't.
And also by Lawn Greetings of Toledo. Say it in the lawn. Don't say it with a card. Lawn is way cooler. You can do like a Michigan fan or Ohio State. What about on game day? If you put the lawn greeting in your yard, or birthdays, anniversaries.
Oh.
What if someone graduated law school and you put a little one of those red crosses and say congratulations out there to the lawn? I mean, there's just so much cool stuff.
Or if you have divorce papers, you can write "You've been served."
Yeah,
You got
Or
served.
you can hire a dance team just to dance in front of him and then walk away. Then he's been served.
Drop the paper right in front of them.
Like,
You gotta stop at
they
the
can't all
end.
be gold.
I know there's a nickel in there every once in a while.
Gina giveth, Gina taketh away.
There was a great picture posted by Leanne Rhymes. She shared a rare photo with her husband's ex in honor of Mother's Day. So it was because her ex has 2 kids and a baby mama. So it was Leanne Rhymes, Eddie Cibrian, the 2 kids, and Brandy Glanville, the ex. And now Leanne posted the picture and just said happy Mother's Day. But the Brandy posted the picture #modern family. And there was a nasty break because Leanne stole her man from Brandy Glanville.
Right.
So they've come a long way because it was a nasty little divorce.
Yeah, because they were friends, and then she ended up with him.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was really bad.
And I told you what's
Eddie
that?
Cibrian looks like the guy from iCarly if he grew up and was like 50 years old. I don't know if anyone gets that joke.
I don't know if I told you my Leanne Rhymes story, right? How her boobs are freakishly one's bigger than the other.
Why do you
Well, that's
know
normal.
that?
Freakishly.
And that, yeah,
Well,
that
that's
is
normal.
normal.
No, freakishly.
Trust me, I've seen a lot of boobs. I just had to say that because of how much conviction I had with telling you how normal it was.
Yeah. But no,
Donnie has a lot of hands-on experience.
I started the Children's Miracle Network Radiothon up in mid Michigan, which is
Okay,
like
how does this tie into boobs being lopsided? I have
let him get there, Chris. I'm very interested.
let him get there. Like, Chris, do you yell shit out in the movies when it starts? Like,
I bet he
where's
does.
how's this gonna end? Who's this dude?
Where's this
That
going?
would be
Where are we
That
going?
would-
Sir,
that'd be
it's
hilarious.
called Star Wars. We think it's gonna end in the stars.
So I was the Children's Miracle Network, and we had a convention every year of all the radio stations, and there was a broadcast row. So you would take a week off, but you would do your show for a week, so it wasn't a week off, but you would do it at Disney. So like at the hotel, and so every day you'd broadcast, and then they'd bring celebrities over that support Children's Miracle Network. And so we went to this one year, and Leanne Rhymes we were interviewing, and it's 6 a.m, so the stars are coming down from their hotel or whatever, their hotel room or whatever, because we're broadcasting in the hotel. And Leanne Rhymes came in a wife beater, and it was a beautiful setting, like on Radio Row. It was all windows, like it was in a hallway kind of, and there was a big window behind me, behind the radio stations. So it was cool because you go from, like, you'd be at a Tampa station, then you go to the next table, you're in Green Bay, and you're in Flint or whatever.
awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. So the stars would just go table to table and you'd interview them. And Leanne Rhymes was one of them. She had a wife beater on, and when she sat down with us, the sun started to peak because it was 6 a.m, but the sun started to shine. And it was during the show, and it just like would shine through this wife beater T-shirt, and it was just like one's itty bitty and one's like bam. You're like, it was so.
You're like, is that Quattro from Total Recall? What's going on with you?
Open your mind. Open your mind.
Blue skies on Mars. That's weird.
Why? Being
Sorry,
on
we
the
had to
show
nerd
with
out
a
there
bunch
for a
of
minute.
being on the show with a bunch of dudes is really hard sometimes. And I miss Ashley so much. I had to message her last night to tell her how much I miss her and love her. I was like, "Hi, I miss you."
I did too.
Eddie Cibrian has a new show, by the way, on Netflix called Country Comfort, and Leanne Rhymes has appeared on the show.
Is it? Are you sure it's not called "Ain't Nobody Gonna Watch This"?
Oh, come on! Don't be like that.
Eddie
Country
Cibrian.
Comfort.
Look, like
Didn't he
honestly,
invent that machine? Just kidding.
What's the last thing? What's the last thing Eddie Cibrian has been? I mean, honestly, besides
What is
this
the
whole
first
Leanne
thing? I
Rhymes
don't think
thing.
I know what he's been-
Exactly.
What-
What has he done?
Look.
He
dude,
invented the Sibian.
I talked to the girl, the daughter of Captain Stubing of the Love Boat. I don't even remember what her name was.
Julie something.
My good friend,
Yeah, my good friend.
Julie Steuben, Love Boat lady.
Julie Steuben.
It was a great interview. I wish we could have posted it, but it was really bad, like connection, and it was cutting in and out or whatever. But she confirmed what I've been saying for a long. Julie Whelan, thank you. She confirmed what I said for a long time. This is the golden age of Hollywood. There isn't one Hollywood actor with any following at all that isn't on something because there's so much content being made.
Awesome.
AT&T spending billions, Netflix is spending billions. Everyone's competing now because of the everyone's got their own streaming service. There's so much money out there, and every star is working right now. So it doesn't matter if you're Eddie Cibrian, even he's valuable to somebody because there's just every star is working. There's a shortage of stars for shows. There's so
Gary
many.
Coleman's up in heaven, like,
I guess.
damn it.
I know.
We should have got my SAG card.
We should probably go out there.
I had my SAG
all
card,
of
but
us.
it's completely different.
Donnie's ready. Donnie's ready to get out there. Donnie, it's
Donnie-
time. They
Donnie
need you,
looks Hollywood though.
Yeah, they
Like
need you,
Donnie can be Hollywood. Donnie and Ashley are a Hollywood couple. Like they totally could do the YouTube thing.
But really, it's more the golden age though for anyone that's done something in the past, like for old school actors, like now, because like I said, no one is not working with any following whatsoever.
Somebody that had a hit like in the 90s or 2000s.
Yeah, dude, it's like Punky Brewster. They even brought Punky Brewster back, and it's on Peacock. Like, I don't know, like very few people are watching any of these shows. Like these shows now are hits with 1 million people watching them. Where in the old days, like Love Boat, we talked about it. 70 million people would watch Love Boat on a Saturday night, and I think the country only had like 200 million people in it at the time. I mean, 1 out of every 3 people would be watching the guy.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. Like when you said, "Hey, did you watch the Love Boat last night?" There was at least 2 strangers that could have been like, "Yep."
Well, yeah, I know. Well, wasn't it fun though? Like you'd go to work and everyone would be talking about the show from the night before. Now it's like no one's watched it, or it's on. They've DVR'd it, or it's like you can't even talk about shows anymore. Like, oh, don't tell me I haven't watched it yet.
Well, there's a new it's a new part of our culture is trying to convince your friends to watch something that you liked.
Yes, we know, Donald.
Right?
We know.
I mean, that's what I do.
It's in my.
And then you judge them on whether or not they watch it.
Yeah. All right. And real quick, Terry Crews says his porn addiction almost destroyed his marriage. He said fame made it worse. Him and Rebecca King have been married for 30 years. And they
give him access to the depths of porn he didn't have access to before.
Probably.
Yeah.
He said it's his porn addiction, but it was like real life porn that he was paying for. So it's really just him getting hookers. That's all.
It sounded better. It didn't sound as bad though. He just calls it porn.
Yeah. It's porn because I tape it.
I wouldn't normally picture a guy looking at porn, what he would look like, but Terry Crews is so intense in everything that he does.
Yeah.
I feel like
don't
he
you
goes
figure-
through a lot of like computer mouses per month.
Yeah.
I
Like,
broke
don't you
another
feel
one.
like there's like, like holes in the wall from how forcefully he treats himself. Like that scene from Hancock when
Where she flies off
yeah, where he's like, "Oh, this will kill you."
the trailer.
Like I feel like as Terry Crews' wife, you would walk in and just see like tiny bean holes in the wall and be like, "What the fuck are you
Andrew did
doing?"
not get that reference, the
here?
Hancock reference at all. Look at like he's so confused. He's like, "What is Hancock?" I have no idea.
It's I assume that's the first instructions to masturbation, right?
It's a Will Smith movie.
Step 1, hand. Step 2, cock. Repeat.
Over and over. So is Bennifer back on? Rumors are everywhere following J Lo's breakup with fiance Alex Rodriguez, as the singer mulls what could have been with former Flame Ben Affleck. And matter of fact, they've been seen out together again. Remember Bennifer? God, remember the days when we did all watch the same thing, and Entertainment Tonight would just basically, and all those shows would just basically follow Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. It was crazy. Like every show would talk about him. It was nuts. But anyway, so they're back on. Alex Rodriguez is so pissed. He's shocked that he even called Jennifer Lopez. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing right now?" But
why are you calling? Hello? Why are you what am I doing? Oh, not you. Gotta go. Click.
All right.
Who are you to chime in?
A-Rod.
Yeah. Why don't you watch another episode of Southern Charm and get a girl who doesn't actually know that you were a steroid head back in the baseball days?
Wow.
Call Terry Crews and watch Southern Charm together.
Yeah. Yeah. I want you to watch Terry Crews from in front of him.
Lufka all natural.
My.
Lufka All Natural is your cosmetics and personal care.
Oh, get a facial.
Country Charm stops and cleans you. Get an all natural facial. They don't use any chemicals. It's all natural.
It's the only way.
Yep, and I'm telling you, if there's a jewelry store out there that's really looking to sponsor this show, I can't wait for the pearl necklace.
DMX Lawn and Landscape, get your lawn on. I've talked to those guys yesterday. They came out to the restaurant and they busy as hell because they do good work. They're family owned. They've been in business for years. They're just good people. So give Dan a call over there at DMX Lawn and Landscape in Swanton. All right, it's time for the WTF News. Ebenezer Bushrod, go ahead, Ebenezer.
In today's news, we bring you sex, drugs, and criminal assaults. But first, did you know that Chicago was rated the #1 rattiest city in the United States in recent study? Meaning they have the most rats of any city in the country. So to help combat this issue, the Treehouse Society has kicked off a campaign where they will go and pick up feral cats. They'll spay and neuter them. Then they will adopt them out to area businesses as rat control. It's part of their Animals to Work program. On there, the business is responsible for providing food, and shelter, and everything, and the rat will, and then it's expected the cat will keep the rat population around their business at bay.
Sparky, it's time to get a job.
These
cats about to pay for themselves.
Is that how that works? Are the people in Illinois so upset that cats are on unemployment and refusing to work that they were like, you know what, we got to get these cats back to work, and if one of the conditions is feeding them, what makes them want to eat a rat?
Well, it's because they're giving them too much catnip on cat unemployment. That's why they're not chasing the rats anymore.
Why they're not doing it.
Yeah, 300 extra catnip a week that they're getting. They're just all in the back, like meow, meow, meow.
Have you ever
cat
seen?
plasma?
Have you ever seen cat plasma?
Well, these cats, we're paying like two mice an hour, and these
He
cats
really
will take
came
us
when I
now.
called you guys.
He's ready.
No, you just were
Aw.
lucky enough to say his name while he was walking in your direction.
No,
He
that's-
didn't come.
That's
We
like-
all
Isn't
know
he the
cats don't do
cutest?
that.
I would give him a kidney, you guys. Look at this face. Look at that
Well,
face.
that would definitely kill him.
An adult human kidney would definitely kill.
I put my kidney in my cat.
Can you
Are you
imagine?
gonna put him
You
in his
imagine-
food bowl? Like, where are you putting it?
I mean, I'm saying if he needed a kidney, I would.
Could you
I
imagine?
can't stand you guys.
Could you imagine the vet? Could you imagine the vet thinking how stupid
I'm
you are?
crying. I cannot deal with you guys.
If the vet were to say, "Hey, Jeannie, your cat needs a kidney," I'll give her mine. Like,
Take it, doctor. Take it. I've always said if it was ever a choice between me and Virginia, it would always be Virginia.
I'm telling you, that would be me. and
We
my
don't
cat.
need the whole kidney.
Man, we don't even need a human kidney.
hey, as a doctor, you would think, how do I even explain to this woman that a human kidney wouldn't even work? Like, why would she even say that? Like,
Well, you know, doctor, my cat has a drinking problem, so I don't know how far
Right.
up that's going to put her on the transplant list.
Ma'am, that's not what's ailing your cat. I don't care. Just try it and see if it helps.
you just take the kidney. I really just don't want my kidney. That's the real thing here.
So, out of St. Joseph County, Michigan, Nathaniel Saxton was shown up to his Zoom court arraignment on charges of possession of drug paraphernalia. But this is a case of don't piss off your sister, because apparently he's not too good with computers, and he had his sister set up his Zoom account. She set up his name that a certain way that when he showed up into court, it made the judge stop all proceedings and question him about it. As everybody's joined in, Nathaniel's sitting there, and the judge goes, "Sir, is that really your real name?" And it took him a moment to realize that he was being spoken to, and he introduced himself as Nathaniel Saxton. And so the judge goes, "So your name isn't Buttfucker 3000.
That is the most Georgia shit that I have ever heard in my life. And she would do that to you all day.
And the judge then proceeded to admonish him and then kick him out into the Zoom rating room for a few minutes to think about what he's done. In the meantime, he changed his name. When he came back, he explained that it was an inside joke between him and his sister, and she was the one that had set up the account.
Sounds like a threat if you get sentenced to prison. It's like, what was his name? Well, they called him Buttfucker 3000. It's we're not running the risk. It seems like he could wreck a lot of butts. We had BF 2000, and we know what that did. That was nothing we were prepared for.
He initially pled not guilty, but after the prosecutor showed no signs of backing down, because apparently he was found with a needle with meth residue, that he finally, after the judge reminded him that the first offense was normally just a $200 fine, he went ahead and pled guilty, took the $200 fine, and the judge told him to thank his sister because she almost landed him in jail on contempt of court.
Jeez.
Whoa.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm sure they could have.
Like, honestly, though, come on, you're like that would give me pause if a judge looked at that and was like, "This guy must have really typed that in himself." Like, you are supposed to be able to discern between facts, my friend. And if I'm showing up on an arraignment on Zoom and it says BF 3000, assume that somebody else set this account up for me. How
Right.
about that? You know.
So yeah, but it worked. It ended up working out for him in the end. And out of Florida, here we got a Florida woman story.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. A mother was taken into custody after her child got into a fight with another child. They don't say what the ages of the children are, but the reason why she was taken into custody is because she confronted the child on his walk home and about knocking over a basketball hoop that he says that he didn't do. But during the argument, she called her son out of the house and told him to start beating on this other child, and her son, of course, complied and started beating up the other child. She then spent the fight, according to witnesses and cell phone video, encouraging him and telling him, hit him in the nuts, hit him in the guts. And then at some point, she joined in the fight, punched the kid, and then slapped him when he tried to get back up. She's, of course, facing charges of child endangerment and contributing to the delinquency of a minor.
See,
Whoa.
had she not just jumped in, it would have been delinquency. But you gotta have an equivalent when you want to fight. Like there are sometimes I want to fight a girl, but I got married, so my wife has to fight her. So that is how that works. Like there are sometimes I want to fight a 5-year-old. I got a 5-year-old that I can pull out of my stock who can engage said 5-year-old on my behalf.
You're like Ash the Pokemon collector.
Yeah. Like I pull out, I'm like, wife. You fought well, wife. Back to your balls.
Oh no! Rest in peace, Demetrius.
Angled this morning where we can't see the doorway.
Cohen's are. Fire!
He's standing there right now.
Oh, God. And finally.
And last but not least, I give you a 19-year-old U.S. model who recently sold her virginity online for the sum total of $3.9 million.
What the fuck?
Using the option.
You just would have been patient, Gina.
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't know that it would be worth that much.
Unreal. Like,
Man.
what? Yours cost what? A Slurpee and a Slim Jim?
I don't think it was even that. Oh.
It was a Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Dude, I'm so
A
pissed.
bottle of Boone's Farm and a promise.
Yeah.
I just gave the shit away. Like,
We used
I'm
the
so
German.
mad.
Vagina here. Get your vagina here. Fresh out of Mike's vagina. Swear to God, like it was yesterday. Woo! Let me get it.
It's like that Bitcoin pizza.
So she used the German-based website Cinderella Escorts. The winning bid beat out a bid from a Hollywood actor. They wouldn't name him. That was just $3.16 million, and a bid from a Russian politician for $2.37 million.
Isn't there expectations on her part now? Like someone paid $3.9 million for her. She can't just lay there.
Well,
But she's a virgin, so she doesn't know what she's
I
doing.
I don't know. It's kind of scary.
They're paying for the virginity on there. But now the way this site does it, because it encourages women to do this, is the person has to put down a 40% deposit in their account before any meeting gets set up. The website reserves the hotel, goes with the woman to the hotel and acts as sort of a protection or a resource for them, and the woman can back out at any time. On there, she's in complete control of the situation. According to this particular woman, she has spoken with the buyer, and they do mesh. She's actually very happy about her decision. She says a lot of women just give it away for free, when then their boyfriend just ends up breaking up with them anyway. At least this way, I can get educated where I want. I can buy a house. I can travel.
Have I ever told you guys that I'm a virgin?
Yes.
Yeah.
If I was her, I would not speak. I wouldn't speak to him. I wouldn't want to risk ruining like the magic. Like, what if I say something stupid and I just knocked it down from 3.1 million?
Yeah, he changed his mind.
Right.
He's like,
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Yes.
You got to keep the mystique.
Evidently, the market has fallen out of the vagina. So I feel that
Oh my God, it's
maybe
another shortage.
this is not as valuable as what I have put down on it. Maybe you should give me discount because you do not understand some certain key things.
You know what I've never understood? You know what I've never understood
Any of my accents.
is what I've never understood why prostitution isn't legal. It's so stupid.
I totally agree.
There are guys out there that are socially awkward. There are guys out there that don't have time for a relationship. There are guys out there that just that have sex. So they just there's no reason that they should be deprived because they don't know how to talk to women. They don't know how to get women. They don't know how to talk to them. Whatever it is, there's no reason that they should be deprived.
Your argument for legalizing prostitution is because of poor socially awkward men and not because women should have complete control over their bodies and do what they want with it.
Yep, it's all about men, Gina.
Both.
Christ.
But without the men, without those men, you're not gonna have buyers. You're not gonna have
Prostitutes.
Chris's dad
No,
said, stop
that's a
talking
good
about
point.
my son.
No, it's a good point on both sides.
Good.
Oh, shit. Bye, Jordan.
Cinderella Escort's owner was recently outed as a 26-year-old Jan Zagabila. I can't pronounce his last name, but he lives in his mother's basement still.
You know how pissed off his mother is right now? Like, she's like, you've been living in basement and you have not been chipping in?
You know,
Right. Dude, he's got to be worth like 100 million or something at this point.
Yeah.
Mom, I'm broke. Yeah, right.
All right, I gotta go.
Bye. All right.
You're like,
Thank you.
she's gonna go dip it in lemon juice and try to sell it.
Oh, thank you, Ebenezer Bushrod,
One
WTF.
more shortage.
Portion of the show brought to you by Hot Rods Auto Detailing.
Hey.
Dude, they will do anything. Rod Donnie. Hot Rods Auto Detailing. He's going to be doing a truck of ours tomorrow. The truck Dee and I have for our first queso truck gig this Sunday, which I'm really worried about. That we
Don't be.
All right, don't be.
Is it public or is it like? Oh no, I'll be out of town.
private.
Never mind.
Private event.
I'll be out
Private.
of town.
Evidently, somebody has paid $3.8 million for virginity
For the queso
and needs queso for this event. I'm uncomfortable about the whole situation, but you know,
Where's the
I
queso truck? Oh, never mind.
I have a anyway, Hot Rods Auto Detailing. Check them out. Also by our friends over at Teebs of Adrian. Make sure you check out Teebs. Go to teebs.green to get your green on. All right. Thank you, Gina and Donnie and Tiefel and Demetrius. Thank you, George. I'm Andrew Z. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye, everybody.
Come on!